There you go, Marcus.
Good evening, good afternoon, good morning, whenever you are. Welcome to the Topics of the Town News, December 11th, 2025.
And Merry Christmas.
And as you see, we have our turkeys decorated with Santa Claus hat. And I don't know which turkey is which, but they are very unique. And what we want to do is we want to show our appreciation to the turkeys because I even got a decoration for mine.
Yeah.
And Tony's got his own.
exactly.
So, and then we have one that's got lipstick on, and you know who that is?
It's got to be.
It's got to be Maureen.
Well, hey, these are the best three turkeys as far as I'm concerned.
The only.
These are our favorite turkeys.
That's right, the good turkeys.
Good turkeys.
All right, thank you very much for joining us. Today I am met together with Tony Betancourt, my special guest forever. Thank you very
No
much, Tony.
Love doing it.
Sometimes I need somebody to pull me back.
Well, exactly. Well, it's the same thing with me, too. You know?
So-
Need some help.
Today, what I want to do is the agenda and opinions are solely by the topics of the town host and commentators. And that means you, Tony. So
Yes,
I
sir.
need you to jump right in.
Oh, yeah, no problem. I'll be
So, Owen, if you can throw up my universe, we have the sun with all the planets. And that is a very important sign of our existence because we are only a speck on this earth, on this universe. As you see, Earth is the third planet from the sun, and we're turning away all the time. So seasons are coming. We are changing our seasons this month again
Exactly.
from
So winter.
fall to winter.
Yes.
And as long as winter is short and sweet, I love it.
That's
But-
what I say, too.
As long as we don't get too much snow.
Exactly.
So, the quote for today, and I'm using the same quote I did 3 weeks ago, and it does not take a majority to prevail, but rather the irate, tireless minority. That means us,
Yes.
keen on setting bushfires of freedom in the minds of men. This was a quote made by Samuel Adams back in the 1770s, 1780s. So this relates back to what's been happening with our 250th anniversary coming up.
Yes.
And what we'll do is we'll have a segment here on the show to present to you our new addition to the town, the first bullet that was fired at Sylvan Street, on Sylvan Street, and it was in 1774.
Okay.
So it was even before the revolution was accomplished, but it's a very interesting development because this is a painting or a mural that's been around for many years since the 1930s.
It's done now? Is it completely done?
Well, it's done, and there's a dedication that's coming up.
Okay.
And what I want to do is I'll talk about that when we get to it.
Okay.
But first of all, government attacks our freedoms we are not willing to give up. That's a quote that I made back in 2021 or 2022. Topics of the Town News has been an outspoken critic of the dictatorial actions and the fear generated by the national and local media. The draconian guidance and restrictions placed on our personal freedoms and liberties are illegal and unconstitutional. This reminds me of what we went through during our COVID existence, where we even went to the extent of driving up to a church on, well, what's that street down by the hospital? Doesn't matter. But driving up and listening to the sermon in your vehicle with the windows open. I mean, it's ridiculous what was happening, and we allowed it to happen.
Did that really happen in Danvers?
Absolutely. I even went and filmed a not a priest, but it was a church in Danvers that wanted to conduct their service, but they couldn't do it inside because it may contaminate someone. Well, they are now evident that this was something that was dictated to us by our health and welfare departments and our management in our town hall, and no wonder we don't have the existing town manager in place, because he was as woke as they come. And the thing is that our church leaders should have resisted it a heck of a lot more than what they did. Every time that I attended a service, it was complying with the wishes of our management.
I think they did it on purpose. I think they wanted to do damage to the church. To be honest with you, I mean, the church that I go to, last couple of times there was a good amount of people, but for a while there was really a lot less people.
Well, they wanted to eliminate.
That's what I'm trying to get at. I mean, because a lot of people, I mean, weren't showing up. I mean, they really did a job on it. If you ask me, they did a job on the church. If you ask me.
Yeah. Well, what happened in Danvers? Actions of our town leaders have impacted the morale of the taxpayer and now the entire community. The sleeping giant has been poked enough to produce a response to the restrictive rules being initiated in our town, that we're initiating in our town. And you know what? We still have people wearing masks in the grocery store.
Yes, they do. A lot of places you go, you see it. I mean, I don't know if they're sick or there's a reason for it, or if they're washed up, they're washed in their brain. I don't understand it, you know?
They're washed up, is right.
I mean, I can't explain it, you know?
The taxpayers and all residents need to resist the collection of taxes and stop feeding the dragon. And I'll get to a specific item that we'll talk about during our discussion on Beverly Airport.
Okay.
And I'll just give you a little bite of what I want to talk about. Is we need to approach the town and ask for an abatement to our tax generating buildings and houses and everything else, because we are being impacted directly by the overflights of the jets. Even the small planes right now are being jerks to impose their will on the residents of Danvers. Now, we can hear all the promises and everything else that has been presented to the Board of Selectmen by the manager of the Beverly Airport, but they're all lies.
That's the problem.
You've been saying that for years.
They're all lies. I'm telling you, it's terrible, man. Please, don't even get me going.
So we'll get to that in a minute.
We'll get to that at the end, because that can go on forever with that.
If the king is unwilling, residents must stop these dictatorial actions. Citizens' petitions are submitted to curtail the politics on FinCom. Do the job you are appointed to do and get out of the policy issues. That's another one which was it's adopted as a finale to the town meeting, because everybody relies on the recommendation from the Finance Committee, but they forget going to those meetings or expressing their views at town meeting. Now, we have a lax town meeting where people do not have an opportunity to say what they want to say in regard to the 30 or 40 articles that are presented to us. Now, if you see what's going on, every town meeting, all of the 30 or 40 articles are double blessed by a count of voters, town meeting members, in unison. And the thing is, all they want to do is get out of there. If that's what you want to do, then leave and don't get elected. Because that's something else we should be talking about, and we will. So, this week's subjects, I have town charter review implications,
Okay.
the recall petition, the clickers,
Yes.
and grammar and tense. Why do we have a reference to he, she, and them in the write-ups from the Town Charter Review Committee? I mean, is this what we're coming to? So, let's talk about the Town Charter. But before we do that, what I want to do is introduce all over again Albert Einstein. Because every time you go to a meeting, whether it's select board, planning board, conservation, school committee, all they want you to do is read what the information that they want to disseminate, read it on the internet, because everything is there.
If you know how to find it.
Well, some people don't like the internet.
And some people don't know how to find it.
That's right. So, Owen, if you can put up my friend Albert Einstein. I fear the day that technology will surpass our human interaction. The world will have a generation of idiots. This is so appropriate to what's going on right now, as Albert made this a point back in the early 1900s.
That's what I'm trying to say. Look how much wisdom he had. Unbelievable. I mean, really, you know?
So, public needs to wake up and participate in these meetings.
I understand, but it's a tough thing, Mark. You can see that. If you want to get something done, oh my God, they make you run around circles, hoops.
Well, then what we need to do is vote the bums out and get a new team in there.
That's the thing. I mean, I'll be honest with you. It's tough. I mean, you see how it is. I'm being honest with you. It's not
and
easy.
Hopefully 3 turkeys, Christmas turkeys, are not the ones that we want to vote out.
No.
But
This is a blessing.
Well,
I think it is, okay? I'll be honest with you. I mean, I'm still very hopeful that the town of Danvers, in their wisdom, might turn around and go into the right perspectives.
Well, one thing that we have to discuss, and let's just read on one of our articles that was to establish the establishment of Citizen Committee, Chapter 294, Acts of 1930, and Chapter 13, Acts of 1949.
Okay.
And my first, well, let me just read this.
Go ahead, I'm just curious.
This is the article that was passed by town meeting.
Okay.
To see if the town will vote to establish a committee with a minimum of 7 town meeting members appointed by the town moderator for the purpose of reviewing as well as updating Chapter 294 of the Acts of 1930, the Danvers Town Meeting Act, and Chapter 13 of the Acts of 1949, the Danvers Town Manager Act, being acts to establish town meeting and town manager form of government, the town of Danvers, and to prepare a written report of its findings and conclusions. Recommended revisions to the acts, if any, shall be placed on the warrant as an article or article to the 2025 annual town meeting, or take any other action thereon. Well, 2025 town meeting has passed and gone by,
Okay.
and I'm glad that they at least accepted the fact that this task is more than what a group of new town meeting members that have been appointed, who have no experience with how the town government works. And as I said a long time ago, the first thing they asked to be informed on is they requested the town manager, the past town manager, to come before the committee and explain what the budget is all about. Well, that's not the point of this exercise, because it was to determine how the government works. Does it give access to all of the residents? Does it work for the residents? They have no idea of what they were set up to do.
Got to give them credit though. They put a lot of time into it.
The time was spent on grammatical and punctuation of the two acts.
You're right. What they should have had was an attorney sitting there with them, helping them and putting them in the right perspectives.
Absolutely. And
That's what they should have had.
That's the one thing that
Now they're doing it. It's too late. They should have had it up front. I mean, I don't know. I'm not trying to be funny, because, I mean, they did a wonderful job. They did the best they could. We have to commend them. We have to, okay?
Well, the first question that they should have asked is, why do we have a Town Manager Act and a Town Meeting Act, where most of the communities, whether they're run by city council or by town meeting, are set up on a single document, and these two documents are exactly the same.
Yeah, but if I'm not mistaken, town meeting is the word, right? If town meeting approves something, that's got to happen, right?
Well, then why do we even have that in the Town Manager Act?
That's the point I'm trying to get. The town manager is supposed to listen. He just proposes. But the last, from what I understand, unless you help me if I'm wrong, because I don't know. I've been town meeting member for at least 20 years now, and supposedly what we say at town meeting goes, but they try to fog everything up and confuse everything. That's the reason what being, okay? To me, that's the biggest thing, is they try to confuse and fog everything so you don't understand what the heck you're voting on.
Well, that's
a
the
big thing.
beauty of control.
Yes, and that's what they try to do.
And they continue doing that.
And that's why they don't want the clickers.
Well, that's the point that I think was made in regards to the subjects that we're going to discuss.
Right.
This grammar and tense and punctuation and all of that, I mean, that's a bunch of crap.
Exactly.
And
We're more.
they spent more than 2 meetings reviewing that. And the thing is, why do we have the references that we have in there? This should have been combined as one act.
But
because that's what everybody else is.
I know, but I'm
dictated
confused.
on.
I'm really confused with this in a way. You know what I'm trying to say? Because the people went in that room and they did a good job. They tried to do what they could, but I don't think they had the right representation or told what the right thing to do was. No one stuck their nose in. I think everybody was afraid to stick their nose in and tell them what to do. Does that make sense?
That's right.
No one led them to the right way. They let them go on their own.
The challenge was not presented to them of what they actually should be doing. And at that time, I, for one, presented to them a town charter review that happened in Chelmsford, and the kinds of review that really took place and the results of that town charter review, and they didn't even comprehend of what that was all about.
Here's the point. But maybe I'm wrong and I don't understand. Someone should have assisted him and helped him. I don't know if it should have been a board member, a select board member, should it have been the moderator, should it have been the town manager? I don't know.
Well,
Oh, maybe it should have been the attorney for the town.
It should have been a consultant from the outside looking in, because our committee that was set up, the 7 town meeting members, and
Because they had a lot of output. They had a lot of ex-selectmen come in. A lot of people spoke.
Input,
and
yes.
gave them a lot of input. They got a lot of
Right.
input. But I don't know. I don't know if they really understood the input or did the right thing with the input. I think so much came in that they got confused.
well, let's just.
But I'm not 100% sure.
Let's just say that this review should be sent back to the committee for further review with additional instructions, because the committee was very good about putting this together,
Oh yes.
but
You have to
they
really give them a lot
were
of praise.
not challenged to what actually they were supposed to be looking at. I understand the first few meetings, they were groping around whether the town should be a city or a town, remain a town. Well, that's one of the options that was available, but all of a sudden they got some instruction from our Board of Selectmen and our town moderator that that's not part of your charter.
But-
The thing is, this is
But
wide
if it's
open.
if it's the best for the town or better for the town, it should be looked into.
Absolutely. And the thing
And
is,
I don't know if it's a better or not. Do we make more money? Do we have right thing? I don't know.
it's not about money, it's about control.
Well, yes, but what
That-
I'm trying to get is if we get more federal funding, if we are a city
Well,
versus a
as-
town.
As a city, we are eligible for a heck of a lot more grants
And I know
funding.
the town of Danvers is in good shape and everything else. I know from what I understand and what I see, a lot of people come here for the benefits that this town gives, because this town does give a lot of good benefits, and that's in a way that's really it's a detriment to us. Okay, it's
Well,
really a
that's-
detriment to us.
It's unfunded liability.
Yes, because we end up spending more to compensate people for things.
Well, let's talk about one of the controversial issues that
Okay.
has been bounced around, and the board of or the select board recall petition. Recall petition. What are they afraid of?
They spend more time on that than anything else.
Well, that's because they're protecting their behinds.
Oh God, I know, but it's almost impossible to do something like that. If you
Well,
know, if you
it's-
see how it
it's
is, I mean,
very
I don't know.
difficult. It's very difficult.
You have to be a real well-oiled machine to get that dang thing done. I'll tell you that right now.
Well, that only happens when something serious happens. And it's happened in other communities.
We've already had serious things happen, and nothing has happened.
Well,
I mean, you know what I'm talking
Yeah.
about. Okay, a lot of things have happened that things should have happened and didn't happen.
well, the thing is, I put the blame for this analysis, this article, Establishment of Citizens Committee, back to the Board of Selectmen.
How many years
because
has this been going on for? Now, this has been going on for about
year and a half, almost 2 years now.
Okay, 2 years.
Yeah.
Okay, and the poor kid that put it together, he did a good job and everything else. It's like they give you a slap. I mean, in the face. You know, forget about it. We're not doing it. I mean, I don't know how to explain it. That kid, my God, that kid needs a praise for what he's trying to do. Instead, they ridicule him. It's not right.
Well, that's the problem that we've been talking about with our government.
And that's
is-
the reason why a lot of people don't speak up.
Absolutely. They're
They're afraid they get slapped.
That's right. They're afraid of being criticized
Yes.
and challenged by the elected officials.
Yes.
Well, the elected officials better come down from their little throne.
We have 3 good ones. I'm hoping and I'm praying that these 3 good ones are going to bring us to a good pasture.
Well, just to chime in a observation, is that the town charter review, which is the 2 acts, has been talked about for the last 5 to 10 years.
Yes.
I even brought in citizens petitions 2 years, 3 years in a row. And oh man, I got criticized for for using a citizen's petition to bring an
Well,
item up.
you're a smart man. You know how it works, okay, and what to do. A lot of people don't know that. That's the problem.
Well, I hope that they don't get too comfortable with this, because this is not ready for prime time. And the thing is, on December 16th,
This is not going to the special town meeting, is it?
yes,
You think it's ready for it?
I say it's not ready for anything right now, because it is not a review of the process. It's a review of the grammar and punctuation. So let's get real. You know that I have been proponent for this for years.
And for so many years, when I was at town meeting, there was only one town meeting. Now they have the special town meeting. That's what
Yeah.
they always say. And there's nothing wrong with it. I can understand, but it seems like they're starting to cram too much stuff in.
The special town meeting supposed to be for zoning and planning issues. And now they ran out of those issues because everything was jammed in.
Well, they're messing everything up.
And now they're going to have a problem. And they should really cancel this special town meeting, because
If they put this on, it's not being canceled, Mark. I don't care. I mean, you know how it is. These people forget about me. You know what it's like. They got something in their head. It's going forward. Whether it's good or not, it's going forward. That's the way they are. That's what I see. I mean, I'm being honest with you.
The second item that has been controversial, and that's been picked up again after 2 or 3 years of special town meeting or citizens petitions at town meeting, the clickers.
Yes.
Clickers.
I know.
What is so dangerous about using clickers to record your vote and attendance at the town meeting? Now,
We'll
you
have a true vote, that's why.
You have experience
Yes.
in calling for a standing vote,
Yes, I had 7 people standing up. They
And-
closed down. We had to have another
and
special.
they shut you down.
Yes, they didn't pay attention.
That's right. And these are
ignored
the
me.
promises of,
You were there.
Yeah, I know.
You even recorded it from the back. You
Yeah,
even
I
got the
did.
you
And-
got the voice vote and everything else on there. I mean, I don't know. You tell me. But here you go. How much trouble do you want to make? I mean, it's ridiculous, isn't it? All we're trying to do is
So
keep
I-
things fair.
Well, the last selectmen's meeting, which was 2 weeks ago,
Yes.
it was very interesting to see the calisthenics
And did
of
you see?
movement.
Did you see who made the most noise about this thing?
Yeah,
Who was it?
who was it?
The genius.
The genius. But you know what? Gardner tries
Ah,
to
you know
explain.
who I'm talking about, huh?
Oh, I know who you're talking about. But the thing is, the rest of the board
Why
is
is he
there.
always talks forever about everything, around in circles and circles and circles?
Because the chairwoman allows it. So, the thing is,
That man's going to get this town in trouble.
well,
I'm being honest with you. He got the other town manager in trouble, if you ask me.
that's right. They expose the town manager to situations and they don't back them.
I think the other town manager listened too much to the wrong people, and that's where we went wrong.
That's right. It only took 10 years to get rid of him. But the thing is, Steve had the heart in the right place, but he was not allowed
He
to
was listening to
perform.
the wrong people, okay? The wrong people. That's the problem was, okay? He had the heart in the right place. I think it was a nice man as far as I'm concerned. I'm not bad-mouthing him, I'll be honest with you. But he was listening to the wrong people, and they took him down the wrong track. And that's where we're still here with the same problem. We have to wake up and hopefully go in the right direction, not the wrong direction.
Well, let's just hope that they reconsider this
Well,
special
take a
town
look
meeting.
back to Wayne Marquis.
I know.
That was a whole different situation. What Wayne said went. No one really told him what to do. He told them what to do.
Well, the thing is, I'll tell you, I was there when Wayne was in charge. Wayne would listen to everything you wanted to say. He would weigh it one way or the other, but he would do the right thing for Danvers.
Yes, I agree with
Whether
that.
you like it or not, I had my contentious situations with Wayne.
Oh, they set you up good on that one.
Oh, they set me up, but
And look,
that's,
that was just green, and I understood what they were doing.
that's okay. But that's hey, you know what? You can't be there forever like some of these people think that they exist for the town.
It's good if they're
select
doing good
board.
for the town, but they're not really doing good for the town. I don't know who they're doing good for. They're messing up the town.
Well, the next item that I have on my agenda here is public access to the board discussion. I am, and was very disappointed at the fact that the Board of Selectmen, or the Select Board, decided to digest the recommendations from the Town Charter Review Committee without any input from the general public. The public has no rights in that meeting.
Now, I guess we can talk this next meeting, but
But that's already too little, too late.
I know what you're saying. You're absolutely right. I can't even explain it. I don't know how to explain it. There should have been some input. You're right. And even the people from the committee couldn't give input.
Well, they tried, but they were not forceful enough. Because
But they should have been able to. This is why. I mean,
you got it.
they should have been a special They should have had a special meeting just for this.
Well, that's what they don't want that, because then they would hear the complaints. And the thing is that this was not a town charter review or town manager act review. The
Well, it kind of got messed up anyways, because when we started this, Steve was still in the picture, right?
yeah,
And then he,
well, he left 2 months after. Yeah.
and then everything was up in the air.
No, everything was still in limbo because
Well, we've got
nobody understood what the purpose was of this town charter
Okay.
review.
But who was in charge of it? No one was in charge of it. We had Mr. Conley step in to run the thing. I'm not bad-mouthing anybody. I don't know. I mean,
Well, he was not in charge of the town charter
right.
review
I'm not
committee.
saying that. Even now, when Jill came in, she came in late on this. She's just at the end of it, really. She's just kind of.
Well, Jill is a unique institution in this town.
I think she listens well.
She does. However, she has to understand that our former town manager got set up by the board itself on many situations, and he couldn't wiggle his way out of it.
They covered for him a lot too. That was
That's
another problem.
right.
Okay.
So-
they covered for each other and got us in trouble.
So
Is that the best way to put it?
our current town manager needs to be aware of the fact that she is not elected. She does not pronounce or promote the policies and procedures. She assists or gets instructions from the chairman of the board. And the thing is, right now, I don't know who's running the show.
Well, it's supposed to be Maureen.
Well,
I think she's trying, but the problem is that everybody's putting their 2 cents in. They're not letting her go her own way. Honestly,
she needs to take control of what's going on. And the problem is that
but I think she's having a problem. The reason being is you got Gardner there, not to be funny, okay, and you got Mr. Bennett there. They've been around for a long time. And they're seeing it all different. She's learning, but they're trying to persuade her and turn her because they think they know more than her, and they're messing her up.
they do know more than her.
They do, but they got to let her. She was elected with the other 3. I think she's doing the right thing for the town, okay? My honest opinion, if 3 people going one way and 2 not the other way, you got to go with the 3. And you got to listen to them. And you got to let the other 2 go bye-bye and keep quiet for a little while.
Well, I still go back.
I don't know if I'm saying it the right way.
No, you're fine. You're fine. You're reflecting what your feelings are about
Right.
what's going on. But the public access to
'Cause
the
we're losing
board
our town.
discussion has not happened. And what they're trying to do is limit it to probably 20 minutes at the next select board meeting. And the thing is, that's not how it works, guys.
No.
So I would recommend and I hope that you would comply with that as well. We need to defer this evaluation or this warrant article that they're going to try and put in one warrant article for the entire review that has happened, and people haven't had a chance to discuss it.
Right.
There are issues that should have been identified,
And-
and they haven't.
And all you got is 3 meetings left, if you go by what the selectmen have before the town meeting, right?
Well, that's what they want. They want to ramrod it through.
Right, but you're talking of Christmas. You're talking New Year's. You're talking January. You're going in February.
Well,
That's what they're talking about, right?
your meeting on the 16th is going to stop or include the warrant article for this review, and that's going to be the end of discussion, except when it goes to the finance committee.
They're ramming a lot of stuff, and even the other day they had wasn't a finance committee already had a meeting or something?
Well, that's another issue
But
that
no, I'm
I
not being
have.
funny.
No.
I didn't catch it, but
No, listen.
I'm listening.
I watched it.
Oh, you did?
Oh yeah.
missed it.
But the thing is,
I wasn't even aware of it.
I was at.
Shouldn't they publicize it?
Oh yes. That's
Town
what they
meeting members
want
should
you.
get something in the
They
mail,
want
right?
you to be a dummy and look at the internet. And the problem is the finance committee was not the place to present this, because the finance committee doesn't set policy, doesn't set ground rules, doesn't set bylaws. They are a review
They're an advisory committee.
but their focus should be on what is this going to cost us? What do we have to do? This review that happened is just scratching the surface. Now, as you go into the warrant articles, those are not going to pass at town meeting. The problem is going to be, how do you implement those changes if they are significant enough, because it has to be reflected in the bylaws. And I have the bylaw book here. This is our Danvers zoning bylaws, and this is the entire bylaws for the town of Danvers. And what they haven't even thought of what has to happen. So, let's move on.
Let me ask you another question.
Sure.
I think I did see something the other day. I don't know where I read it. I read something the other day that they're trying to repeal MBTA law. One town got something done on it.
Yeah.
Did you hear that?
Yeah. Well, this is a.
They're trying to get it to
It's
rescind
a ballot. It's a ballot question
Is that what it is?
has enough signatures
Okay, I read
to
something
get
about that.
it to the next level of acceptance by
Now-
the legislature.
If this passed, would it mess everything up? Would they have to stay with what's going on, or what would happen?
Probably,
I'm not being funny.
probably what will happen is that the existing. We already asked for a review by the planning board.
They don't want to do it though.
I know.
What are they afraid of?
Well, because they opening up a can of worms.
Yes.
And
Here's another problem.
Because they jammed it through.
And here's what makes me sick. Oh my God! The last selectman meeting, and when they did the thing for the taxes and all that stuff there,
Right.
they're all excited about 128 Maple Street, man. It's going to be worth $36 million when it's fully done. Here's my point. All that money coming in, why do we have to keep going up on taxes? Where's our break? Wasn't the idea to put this place in so our taxes would go down? Am I missing something?
Because the existing facilities, which Mr. Lee was running as a company, was paying real estate taxes to the town as well.
Paying peanuts.
No, but you remember, it's a big area.
That was a big complex, yes.
And he was paying taxes to the town, real estate taxes, not business taxes.
Yes, I know.
Real estate taxes.
I checked some of those taxes out.
Yeah.
They weren't much money, I'll tell you that right now. Okay.
But now they're not even half full right now.
I understand that. I do notice
And-
that. The bottom floors are empty, I know that. And they probably want it like that so they can keep getting the cheap cheap tax rate. They don't get a full tax rate until the place is 100%.
That's right.
Okay, 'cause otherwise they can cry. Just like you got Liberty Tree Mall, all the big places, they got all the big attorneys. They come in with the attorneys. They start crying. No, we're not doing this, so we're not making any money. Boom, boom, boom. They get a break, and the poor resident of Danvers has to cover for it and pay for it. Go up on them. They got the money. That's what it seems like, anyways.
I love it.
But it's
I love
true,
it.
isn't it?
This is a continuation of the story from the 1990s, 2000, 2010, 2020.
But the sad part about this, Mark, I'm going to say this one more time, okay? Going on 48 years in this town, okay? And I've been paying taxes for over 45 years in town. I have my own real estate. And I'll be honest with you, every year right now, it hurts to see them go up. Before, you could have gone 10 years without even noticing a tax difference. Do you understand what I'm saying? Right now, every year you notice what you didn't see in 10 years. That's the sad part, okay? It has to stop somewhere. I don't know where it's going to stop. It has to stop somewhere. So we have to stop spending money. We've got to use our head. I don't know what it is. We need someone.
Tony, my house, I started paying real estate taxes back in 1978,
Okay.
79.
Okay, that's when I got married in 78.
And the taxes at that time were down in $700 a year
That's what
or
I'm saying,
$800 a year. Now they're $6,000, $7,000, $8,000, $9,000.
Mine's 10,000.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well,
I'm actually paying the town about $26,000 a year with all the real estate that I have. Okay.
yeah.
I don't know. They think it's nothing. I don't even make that in a year.
And they don't care. They don't care.
I know they don't care.
Because they're relying on the goodwill of the residents of Danvers to pay their taxes, and we have compliance of 95 to 96%.
And then they keep wondering why affordable housing. How can it be affordable when you keep charging these rates, man?
Affordable is a misnomer.
Yes, it is. That's what I'm starting to learn.
And the thing is that we are hoodwinked
Yes.
by our leaders and our committees. The last time I was at a planning board meeting, the question was raised: what was the rent? What would the rent be in a full rent complex, and then what would the rent be for a subsidized complex?
No one can afford to live here.
Well, the thing is, I was told at that time it's $3,000 for a 3-bedroom unit.
It's about 36, 34 right now.
Now it is. And the thing is that
How can anybody?
the subsidized unit was only $200 less. It was $2,800. So what is the misnomer about subsidized housing?
I think you got to get on housing, right? But you have to be. I don't know. I don't understand it, man. I really don't.
Well,
We are a mess.
they don't like the low-income housing moniker because they think that's
I think it's the only one that can afford them, though.
That's right.
That's the problem.
All right, let's move on to the next one. I wanted to bring this up because this was a subject that Bill Cossa won, and
You got a picture of that at the show?
yes.
Where is that going? Do we know where that's going?
Well, let's see.
I know. I'm not.
Could you please put up the Revolutionary mural, and we'll talk to that. There we
yes,
go.
That's a beautiful. Look at that.
There's a mural that was.
Colonial time. Look at that. That's pretty impressive, really. You know.
It is.
Someone had money back then for that.
Well,
yeah,
this
sure.
was painted in the 1930s.
Okay.
And this
But I mean,
wa-
look at that house. I mean, you know what I mean? And imagine they built that thing by hand.
Well, this is the house that was dismantled and sent to Washington, D.C.
I did hear about that.
as a
Did hear something about that.
as a memorial to
Yes.
the Revolution.
We have a lot of history in this town. I mean, even with Israel Putnam and stuff, I'm telling you. Even in Connecticut, they got a lot of stuff that you had out there. It's unbelievable. I'm telling you what this town has.
The house which General Gage occupied was much ornamented and a stately edifice for this part of the country. In its front were heavy posts ornamented with large balls of spheres which were sheathed in lead. The painting, the mural, really shows the. If you look at that ball that he's taken off the fence, that's coated in lead.
And
They use that lead for bullets.
Okay, see, I don't know what he was doing.
So,
okay, got it.
as a party of our countrymen, we're going to join the Patriot Army. The tempting sight of the lead made them forget private rights, and they began to strip the spheres.
Well, that's what they had to do back in the old days. You know what I mean?
That's right. And the thing is, what I wanted to do is that this has been from a newspaper article from the 1930s. The artwork is described as a large mural depicting soldiers stealing leaded urns from the Linden's house, which is a bit of a misnomer. In actuality, it shows 7 men, presumably of the Danvers militia, removing fence post tops from its front of the Robert Hooper's great house. The house wasn't known as the Lindens in 1774. These fence posts were topped with large spheres a foot in diameter, lead-sheathed wooden spheres, the lead sheathing serving as a type of waterproofing, which the perpetrators were going to strip the lead from the turn into bullets.
Melted it for bullets.
At one point during the defilement of private property, someone from inside the Hooper's great house, who is not depicted, allegedly appeared at the doorway and loudly protested their actions. In response, one of the militiamen leveled the firearm and fired his musket at the front door, hence causing the infamous bullet hole in the front of the door. The historians, or the people that are involved, Bill Kosowan's house sits right now on the spot where this house was at one time, yes. And he has researched this totally, so I have the whole research paper here.
If I'm not mistaken, I think I heard about the house that we did a tour in D.C. My daughter was in D.C. for two or three semesters, and we did some stuff, and they talked about that. I remember hearing about it. If I'm not mistaken, I think it's in Georgetown. That's where this thing is, if I'm not mistaken. The house is, if I'm not mistaken.
In Virginia.
Yes.
Yes. So what I just wanted to present is that this has been supported by our Rotary, and Bill Kosowan was able to convince the Rotary to support the restoration of this particular mural, and it is going to be dedicated, I believe, in December at the town hall.
Christmas present?
Right. I don't know if there's any Christmas present.
Well, it's a Christmas present. If you give something to the town, it's a present, isn't it?
Well,
they have to accept it.
I don't know if they will.
They might not accept it.
So, that's the situation. We want to thank the Rotary.
Yes.
And I did have a reply from Miss Fiore.
Okay. She's on the Rotary also?
She is part of the pushing of the Rotary, and she was very instrumental in doing this.
Where are they going to hang it, Mark? Do you know where they're going to hang it?
It sounds like it's going to be, there's 2 stairs going up.
Town Hall,
Town Hall.
Where Wayne's picture is now.
Something like that.
Okay, just
I
check.
don't know the exact location.
Understood. I'm just asking. That is a big mural. That is a good wall for it, I guess.
Yeah. Where is it? I can't find it. But
it's because you want it. If you want, whenever you want anything, you can't find it right away. You're looking for it too much, and you blind it, and you go buy it. That's what happens. It's always the case. And then later on, oh, there it is.
That's all right.
Exactly.
But the Rotary has been very instrumental. I believe it was like $28,000 that were spent on the
That
restoration.
much money, huh?
Yes.
Wow.
And we had that on the show before, and now it's complete. And what they're going to do, I believe it's next week or so, and we'll make it a public announcement.
The Rotary does a good job for this town. I mean, they did to give the pavilion. There's all kinds of stuff every time you turn around. I know Dan Bennett's heavy in it. I believe Mrs. Bartlett's in it
Dan Bennett is not heavy in Rotary.
also. He used to be.
He is on, what's the other organization?
I thought not Rotary then. Okay.
No,
All
not
right.
Rotary.
Understood. I understand what you're talking about.
I belonged to Rotary back when I was on the board.
Okay. I know my
and
father-in-law was heavy in all those
It
organizations.
used to
stuff
have
like that.
100 to 120 members. Now I think it's down to 20
Well, that's
or
what it is.
30.
Even when the Knights of Columbus used to be the same thing, and all
Right.
the different organizations
That's
are the
right.
same way. It's just, it's not easy these days. I mean, well, put it this way: you got to work almost 2 jobs to survive
Yeah.
today. Not to be
So,
funny.
I want to express our thanks to Rotary
Oh, yeah,
and
definitely.
Bill Cossawan and Miss Fiore for participating in this and dedicating it to our historic Danvers.
Yes.
So hopefully we can go in and visit that mural. Now, I have the budget on here, but I
You don't have enough time for the budget. You got
well,
9 minutes
no.
left.
What I want to do is
I'm
I
listening.
want to skip it. New tax classification debate was a disaster. No leadership. The chair failed to lead the discussion. 1.51
They should have.
is
They should have
the-
gave the residents a break this time. They should have gave the residents a
but
break this
they
time.
they don't know how to do that. This is
I'm starting to see some pain. Even Peabody, what I was reading today about it, is the same type of deal too. I mean, I don't know. They try to do things in the long run. I don't know, man.
classification is a political setting of a higher rate for
Peabody has a lot of
business.
industry. They should be able to absorb it.
The misnomer is that the classification is not on the business part itself, on the business. It's on the real estate that holds that business.
Right.
So it's a same situation as you and I have our home. We pay a certain rate, and businesses who own the property
Right.
also pay real estate. Home Depot, Lowe's, Costco, everybody else that's got the big box shops, they're laughing at Danvers because Danvers has not set the rate high enough to make them pay. They are stiffing the residents with the bill, and they're claiming such a ridiculous justification for that. So, budget is
Do you ever
going.
think maybe when they run for office, the checks are bigger out of there?
Yeah, probably. Well, budget will be discussed on our next show,
Okay.
which I am very familiar with, and I don't think they've done that yet. But have asked for the list of the 100 highest paid employees in the town of Danvers, and that's very telling.
Yes.
And then I also asked for a list of all the management, including the town manager, of their salaries and benefits. What is their total? I do that every year.
But are they going to break it down the right way, or is it all fudged up?
I can figure it out.
That's what I'm saying, because sometimes they fudge things. You know what I mean? It's,
So, the last item that I want to present, and I want to make sure that we all understand where we're going with this, is I've prepared a letter.
and I appreciate. Thank you very much for doing that.
Well, let's explain
No, I
it
understand.
first.
No, I agree with that.
Many concerned residents of Danvers have repeatedly requested the FAA, as well as federal and state legislators, the Danvers Select Board and Beverly Airport Commissioners to intervene and stop the recent expansions of Beverly Airport, particularly regarding private jet aircraft.
Yes.
Beverly Airport was created in 1928, and I'm not going to go into that,
Right.
but I will publish this letter. I am reaching out to you for intervention, and this letter is dictated for Secretary of Transportation Sean Duffy.
Yes.
I'm going to the top.
Yes.
However, U.S. Department of Transportation, he's in Washington, D.C., and...
You know what's sad? We shouldn't be doing this. The town should be doing this.
Well, the town doesn't give a damn. That's part of the problem.
That's the problem.
But I also, from the inception in 28, approximately 2021, the airport existed in a configuration suitable for accommodate modest municipal air traffic. Should be noted that complaints and public demonstrations about the airport noise and expansion in our neighborhoods, particularly from the Beverly Regional, the Danvers abutters, dates back to the mid-60s. Beverly Regional Airport is allegedly owned by the city of Beverly,
Yes.
but we have no confirmation of that.
Taking advantage of the town of Danvers constantly.
And the thing is, we don't know whether it's owned by Beverly. It has been given to Beverly by the Air Force at the time of the Second World War.
That's what we were told.
That's right. So I am asking the Secretary of Transportation to get his minions to investigate this. And just to give you a explanation of the distribution list, FAA Associated Administrator, Marcy Kennington Gardner, Regional Administrator, Northeast Division, June Green, FAA Office of Airports, Burlington, Mass, Denise Garcia, Aeronautical Administrator, Logan, Pamela Bondi. Now, here we're
yes.
getting into the big boys.
Attorney General.
U.S. Attorney General, because one of the questions in this letter is, what is the validity of the ownership of this airport? We want it turned back to the town of Danvers, and we will use it to the best taxable capacity that's possible.
But that should be the town going after it.
The town.
The
doesn't-
town sits on deaf ears on this problem. It's been like this for a long time. In my honest opinion, I'm going to tell you right now, the problem is Gardner Trask. He's there to cover his tail.
Well.
That man has made this thing really bad, okay? And believe me, I know what I'm talking about, okay? He has never done anything to help this town on this situation, okay? Even back when we went for the fuel tax, he helped get rid of the fuel tax. I didn't know anything about that when it went in front of the board and stuff like that. He had people and everything. He should have been working for the town of Danvers, helped out the town of Danvers. Instead, he helped out the city of Beverly.
We then need to obtain possession of the land and turn this 170 acres into development to generate tax revenue for the town of Danvers, or place it into a service for the housing stock that is desperately needed in our community of Danvers.
Exactly.
The airport does not pay any taxes
Not a
for the
dime.
use of the land and buildings, assessed at $61 million,
Yes.
commercial and industrial valuation, or pay taxes and contribute to the well-being of our community. The airport relies on the emergency fire and police services from Danvers Emergency Services
And they're putting us in danger.
to protect the west side of the airport. The utility services are also provided by Danvers. This letter goes on. It's very comprehensive, and the thing is, I have mailed them out this morning, but it also went to Andrea Campbell, the Massachusetts Attorney General,
I should go there.
Seth Moulton, who has
Oh,
been
boy.
dabbling in this thing.
This one, he's been missing. Then maybe now that he's going for a Senate, maybe he'll wake up a little bit. I don't know.
Well, I don't know. We'll
Well,
see.
if signatures are involved, believe me, he'll wake up.
Copy to Sally Kearns, Joan Lovely.
I went to her office hours the other day. The senior center was closed.
The City
No
of
heat.
Beverly Solicitor, Beth Old Mixon. Danvers, Mass. Solicitor Robin Stein, Mayor Cahill, City of Beverly Mayor, Jill Cahill, Danvers Town Manager. All this is 15, 16 people. Let's see what their reaction is, because this issue has been brewing for 25, 30 years. And the thing is that nobody wants to do anything
They
about
keep
it.
pacifying us, Mark. Finally, we have 3 people on the board that are listening. But already, I think Mr. Trask has already changed their tune, and they're listening to different things. They should do themselves a favor. Buy a radio and listen to the broadcast out of the Beverly Airport like I do. Okay, you won't believe what's going on over there. The Pappies on runway 27 have been down since the first of the year. The other day we had planes coming in. There were no lights on at the airport. Okay, there were no lights on at the airport on the west side. Okay, they had to guide them in there, or whatever. They're putting us in danger.
So, can we just put on the jet path on there? And we are on our way. We're on our finish line right now. And reservations desk find great deals with us. That's the advertising that's on the network. Good night, Danvers. Good afternoon. Good morning.
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year to
Yes.
all.